Have you ever watched a live sporting event on TV? Have you ever wondered how the camera works, or even how commentators have a list of unlimited stats to bring up whenever? Here at Center High School, our broadcasting class runs a live stream for our boys varsity basketball team, and I'm here to bring you behind the scenes to showcase all the magic behind it. For prepping for the game, they do an equipment check at the beginning of the day to make sure they have all the right equipment. After going over equipment, our commentators create a call sheet they use on the air. The call sheet carries valuable information like the player's name and their stats throughout the entire season. Finally, the media team sets up their OBS program by making sure there's a new scoreboard on Photoshop and making sure all scenes are ready to air. They arrive at the game 1 to 2 hours early to make sure everything is done setting up before tip-off. For all their games, they start off by connecting to the power source. I interviewed commentators John Romero and Milo Miller to give us their take on why the power is so important.
I think it's important to have everything powered on before the stream just because, I think it's most important to just have the stream up in general. And obviously you need power to everything and at least have something going. It's always good to be there early, always good to pretty much have test streams and things like that.
If we weren't prepared, it's a lot more hectic when it's like 5 minutes till go time. So keeping it professional and keeping it ready before the game ensures a better broadcast.
Once it hits 5 minutes before tip-off, the broadcast starts. Johnny and Milo give us an insight on what to look for during the game from the research they did prior. Then the game takes off, and that's when the real show begins. I then asked Milo, how does he come up with such creative lines during the entire broadcast?
It's not really that hard. I feel like I've been watching basketball games and really any sport be commentated for most of my life. You watch the game and things just come to you. It's just how it is.
They commentate through the game up until halftime. Then once it hits, they take a break to check the stats so far. After halftime, the stream goes back on and they commentate all the way through the game until it's finished. I then asked head coach Dan Moody and players from the team to get their opinions on the stream.
The broadcast was amazing this year. It didn't look like it was the first year they did it, but it was, and it was pretty tremendous. It exceeded all of my expectations. The parents were really happy. I have a lot of parents at work, and times they weren't able to make it to the game, they would ask me for the link for the broadcast. So we know people were watching. We know people appreciated us.
I think the biggest benefit of having the game streamed is it creates like an archive. 20 years from now, I know that I'm going to be able to go back and watch these videos because they'll be available. They'll be all archived on this channel, and that's going to be a crazy moment to be able to have access to that. It's really, really cool.
Coming back and watching them and reliving the moment that you miss in the game or that you like in the game, you can keep rewatching it as much time as you want. And you don't get tired of it because it's a cool play that you made or someone else made, and you can keep rewatching them.
To cap off the interview, I asked Johnny, what does CSN sports broadcasting bring to the table when compared to other basketball live streams?
I feel like we bring more of a fun atmosphere to listeners at home. Broadcasters, when you get into it, you want to be all serious and just straight sports. I think in our broadcast, it brings like a high school element and not so professional. Professional enough for everyone to understand, but also adding the fact that we are kids and we're having fun.
Just know if you can't make a Center High School basketball game, CSN Sports Broadcasting has you covered. This was Lucas J. Manzano, reporting for CTV.